Okay, Jesus, open my heart and my lips, may they expound upon the wonders of your existence, of whom we are so proud. Well, just a little historical background. Uh, I was, yeah, I was a biblical student, a student of the Torah. Yeah, the spiritual energy was assigned to me at a very young age. I had a lot of things to show and prove for this engagement. Yeah, it seemed I get involved in a lot of these. So, this is a free will civilization, human species. We all have free will to do what we please. And so, we're just not sometimes coming in here with the right attitude and mentality. So, we have to say, where is that spiritual connection? You lose it somewhere along the way. Yeah, the older you get, the more distant your memory is. Yeah, you're more aware at 3.5 months than you are now at 82. That's my age, you know. But there's a greater sense of your spiritual presence now. More is coming back to you that you can see. Yeah, Jesus says, listen to this. Oh, think of me as a earlier Martin Luther, who loosened the grip of the Catholic regime on Christianity. It was a religion of control. It's kind of really just dark in so many different ways. Dark in trying to control you, possess within you a bad heart. I know that was true. Yeah. You know, by the time the, was it the Nicene Council had kind of created their Bible to represent our points of view. Oh, a few hundred years had passed. You know, memories. My 82 years, I think it's pretty good. But some details of stuff I couldn't begin to tell you. You know, and even those who recounted to whatever they did, as much of it is true. It's a miracle that would even be. But the point is that people took liberties and expanded upon ideologies that better suited their own purpose and their own intent, which is basically controlling people. Yeah, they made God into their image, not the other way around. Yeah, so I'm telling you this. This is Jesus talking. Yeah, so, well, actually, Actually, much of that's a non-matter for the vast majority of us because we don't involve ourselves in petty thievery, thievery of the heart, mind, and stealing of your lies, defending illegal actions, immoral, unethical lies. You don't need the church, the synagogue, or the temple. You don't need them. If that's where you find peace and solace, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a heart, and it's where the intention lies, in that heart. It defines if this God does please. Yeah. There is no right religion, no one right spiritual leader to follow. You just open up your heart, open it to the vast love of the universe, and the answers will be there for you. That's what Jesus is telling us. Okay, Jesus, thank you so much for your words and your kindness. Yeah. Tell me, and if I'm not to know, I'll accept that no answer is there. And so, did you really die on a cross? Hung out to die? Oh my goodness me. Oh, you poor children. All that narrative was invented to make me a martyr and much more acceptable as a God. And ironically, we are all God. That includes me. Oh. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a fabrication. Yeah, by some high-ranking Jews. Who wanted to push this narrative. Yeah. So what else? What else happened? Well, these stories, a lot of them on the physical plane are hearsay, but it's true. Mary Magdalene was my beautiful wife, and 4 children we had were 2 beautiful children. Yeah, their seed still is spreading throughout this universe. There's so many, you can't even count them all. Yeah, so the intermultiplication and seeding of their gene. There may be more of them than you. Yeah, they're all part of a hybrid race. They were chosen specifically because their spiritual connection to the universe. Yeah, that's why they walk. These ETs walk through walls, float through space. That's their spiritual connection. So you're saying these ETs are really a subspecies of the human race, crossbred with spiritual beings to ascend us to another space. Well, I don't know if I'd say that, but they've definitely been infused with a magical spiritual beam, that light, beautiful, loving energy. I don't know, it's really powerful. It's like, I should say, infusing you with this love and energy. Nothing could stand up against it. Feel this warmth and tenderness and pulling of the heart and breaking you down. Oh my God, it's so wonderful. Thank you so much for this beautiful life I have. Yeah, that's it. You're here now. That's what I say. Yeah, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Well, I'm going to clean up my swear words. Yeah, for real, I really am. Yeah, Jesus, yeah, he knows. Yeah, come on, don't worry about it. You're okay, kid. Your heart's in the right place now. You recognize the error of your ways. You've demonstrated your love for me and all the rest of the universe. You know, what could I say? So that's what Jesus told me. What do you think? I'm going to stop and think about this. He said that there's a message maybe I could be preaching for him. Well, I'm not sure how that's going to go, but hey, let's see what happens. See what my next video says. Maybe there'll be some revelation there from my higher ascended Master Jesus. Sends the blessings and love to all. And you're all in his thoughts and prayers. That's where they came from, in my thoughts and prayers. But in this case, it means something. Yeah, for sure. Wow, that powerful energy that resides with this high ascended Master Jesus of Jerusalem. Okay, help me learn more about this. Let's do a study together. What can you tell me about the ascended Master Jesus? Let me know. I would like to know. Tell me what you know. I just want to be, enlightened. And with that, I'm going to say for the evening, you all have a good day. I love you all, and the light and love of the universe infiltrate and fill your body with love and energy. And may you find health in there, both in the mind and in the body.